Welcome back to the Knowledge Hub podcast. If you've written code recently, you know this feeling. What worked last year is being rethought today, and what seemed like a distant problem just showed up early. Here's the contradiction we're living in. Developers in 2026 have more powerful tools than any generation before. AI-assisted coding, cloud-native infrastructure, low-code platforms that were science fiction a decade ago. And yet teams are under more pressure, navigating more complexity, and making higher stakes decisions than ever. The challenges aren't just technical anymore, they're organizational, ethical, strategic. So, what's actually hard right now? Let's start with the obvious the tech itself. New frameworks drop constantly, and choosing the wrong stack creates long term pain. About 48% of companies already use automation, over 40% have moved to cloud native microservices, and decisions don't stay relevant for long. Then there's the operational reality. Global IT spending is expected to exceed $6 trillion in 2026, but building teams that can keep up? Still a problem. Around 72% of organizations outsource development in some form, which means more distributed teams, more time zones, more communication gaps. Here's what matters. Security used to be something you checked before release. Not anymore. The share of breaches linked to third parties jumped from 15% to 30% in just 1 year, and the cost of non-compliance, $9.4 million on average, nearly 3 times higher than the cost of actually staying compliant. Teams that win are the ones moving security checks earlier, integrating them into the workflow, not bolting them on at the end. And then there's AI. About 90% of developers report using AI tools, and over 80% say it helps them work faster. But here's the catch: 30% still don't fully trust the output. AI doesn't remove the workload, it shifts it. You're not writing everything from scratch anymore. You're reviewing, validating, adjusting. The focus changes, but the pressure doesn't disappear. The resilient teams, they're not trying to do everything at once. They're breaking large features into smaller tasks, automating the repetitive stuff, reviewing workflows regularly to catch bottlenecks before they cascade. They're planning for change from the start, even when the product is still small, because architecture decisions made too early affect everything that comes later. Bottom line, the tools are incredible, but they don't solve the human problems. Unclear requirements, rushed releases, technical debt piling up in the background. The teams that thrive in 2026 aren't the ones with the fanciest stack. They're the ones who've learned to simplify, prioritize, and keep moving without burning out. Until next time, build smart, not just fast.